Hey Scorpios, welcome to your October monthly reading. So I'm going to do a little differently this month, pull a couple cards. So I'm going to do a general card for the overall month, then money and career, love for singles and couples, and then I'll do advice, and then we're going to land the plane. So, all right, Scorpios, what's going on overall for you in October? Okay. All right. You guys got Two of Swords in reverse. Scorpios, you know, things are starting to become very clear for you. Not only have you taken the blindfold off and you're getting out of your own way, out of your head, you're not trapping yourself in your thoughts. Now, Scorpios, you really know how to move under the radar, probably better than any sign. And you have an ability to watch and observe. You like to see how people move. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. You're very strategic in how you approach, or if you approach. Now, one thing I will say overall, this is about having a very clear landscape of what's going on overall, and just whether it's work and career or if it's relationships. But what I will say is that you are identifying the players on the board. They keep saying that. So you have an idea how to maneuver through a situation a little bit better this month. With the Two of Swords, like I said, you're having a much clearer vision on how you can move forward. Okay? All right, let's see what's going to go on with money and career. Okay, you guys got the Temperance card. Major Arcana, so pretty strong energy here. This is about really balancing yourself. Now, Sagittarius actually rules the Temperance card in the tarot. So, you know, there could be, and this Sagittarius time frame is obviously kind of that holiday time frame. So for money and career, you could be figuring out how to balance your finances a little bit more, how to figure out how to, you know, save a little bit more. Also, some of you with Temperance rules medical, health care, overall well-being, mental health as well. So some of you, whether you've been stressed a little bit or maybe you've been feeling under the weather, and hopefully you haven't, obviously go and get checked if you are not feeling all that good. But to some of you have been kind of figuring out that maybe you do need to keep some money tucked away, or figuring out how to reorganize your funds or your money because maybe your health has been a little bit impacted. This is also about insurance, so things that you might have to be paying out of pocket. So just keeping that in mind, watching where your money is, and some of it can be around health and well-being, okay? All right, let's see what's going on with love. We'll do singles first. That card flew, but it didn't flip over. All right. Okay, so you singles. All right, you guys got Eight of Wands. Now, here's the thing. I will say we're going to be entering into Mercury Retrograde. So for singles, a lot of you might have exes or people from the past that come out of nowhere. Now, I always tell people, use discernment, you know, feel the person out. If they've really made a lot of change, then go for it. But if you feel like there's just that underlining nagging gut feeling that this is just not a good idea, please follow that intuition, because most likely you're on spot on. And Scorpios, your intuition is never wrong. And Eight of Wands, now somebody might be coming in, Scorpios, and you might be ready to take the plunge into seeing where it could go. This could actually go pretty quickly with the Eight of Wands. Is pretty fast forward movement. So what I would say in a Mercury retrograde, which we're entering in that time frame now, we're in the shadow phase. Well, at least we are today, it's October 7th. I would say to use caution, because sometimes when we jump into something, especially during Mercury retrograde, we usually regret it later. So it's word of wisdom, I guess, is not to start anything new in Mercury retrograde. So what I would just say is that if you find somebody and they're really exciting and they really turn your head and they, you know, they check all the boxes, take it slow. Even though you might want to just rush forward, take a little bit slow, because you don't want to be a couple months down the road and being like, what in the hell was I thinking? Okay. All right, couples. Let's see, couples. Okay, couples, you got Page of Swords. Now, I feel like for some of you couples, maybe there's some trust issues that have been going down. Now, what I will say in 2020, because a lot of us have been forced to be in the same place as our spouse or partner for longer periods of time than maybe what we're used to. There's relationships that will make or break. They just it's kind of been either or. And so what I will say is that if there's any underlying doubt, or if there's, conversations that you guys are just not addressing and you're kind of taking more of this nonchalant or childish approach, I really would start to push things out to the surface. Page of Swords can also mean, checking up on somebody, spying on maybe their social media, kind of seeing who they're talking to, where their attention's been going. So couples, if you are going through that, I would say that you really need to have the adult conversation, get things out in the open. If it's a relationship you both don't see yourself moving forward in, then be honest with each other. If you do, then clear the air and address the things that have been nagging at you, okay? All right, let's do overall advice for the month of October, Scorpios. What's going on? Oh man. Okay, so I shuffled this deck and I just did Libra before you, and they got the Strength card too in their reading. So, okay. Scorpios, this is asking you to just stay strong, be open to everything that's going to go on in this month for you. There's a lot of movement. With Mercury Retrograde, technology, communication, it can all end up being a little bit more abrupt than you would like, possibly. Some people, and I say that because some people really get impacted by certain Mercury Retrograde cycles, and some people fly through them with ease. So it just depends on you as an individual. But what I would say is just stay open. Don't try to fight against the current. If something comes up as a roadblock or an obstacle, know that you're being redirected, you're being protected, but also take the blessing out of it. Look at the situation and saying, you know what? There's something good that I need to learn from this. Ride the wave, go with the flow, okay? That is the word of advice for you, Scorpio. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, make sure you click the link to my website so you can get all that information. Please follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Lots of other readings that go on there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful rest of the month. Bye.